up, y'all? It's your girl Pink Lee. Thanks for tapping in for Words of Wisdom. This week, I encourage you all to stop being petty. Being petty does not pay. Trust me, I'm telling you. Listen, there's so many ways that it is detrimental to your life. It holds you back. It hurts relationships. I'm going to explain to you a couple things, right? So you waste energy. You're wasting energy when you're being petty. You always claim that you're tired and, oh, I wish I had enough energy to go do that. I wish I had the energy of a child, that sort of thing. But you're wasting energy being petty, being negative. Why? It involves holding grudges, and that's never a good thing. That means that, the resentment that you have is like keeping a hold on you and controlling you subconsciously. You don't even realize it, but it really is. It deteriorates relationships. Puts that wear and tear on a relationship. Once a person knows that you're petty, the capacity that they're going to deal with you at is going to be different, because they're going to be like, maybe I can't, they don't want to get too close to you because they know you're going to be vindictive and petty, and who wants to deal with that? You're like so consumed with being petty, it's consuming your emotional resources that you need to complete other tasks. It's a distraction. It distracts you from your pursuits. Any goal that you have, anything you're trying to accomplish, being petty is going to take you away from that. Every minute, every second counts. So how are you wasting minutes being petty? You can damage your reputation, and it demonstrates your inability to be able to be mature and to handle conflict in a mature way. You may ask why. Why are people so petty, right? Why do I feel the need to be petty? Why am I petty? If you're petty, not saying you are, but people are insecure. And their pettiness and that vindictiveness feels like it's almost like a power of control they feel they have over the other person. Like, oh, you did this to me? Well, I'm going to do this to you. And, I'm going to do one up. You may just want to get revenge. So a lot of people are petty because the vindictiveness, the revenge. They want to get their lick back. They want to get their get back. And whatever your belief is, just know that what goes around comes around. And that's just a natural order thing. So, revenge is never a good way to go about things. It also shows you have a lack of emotional regulation. That means you can't control your emotions, long story short. That means you have no control. When you get angry, you just go crazy. When you get sad, you just get depressed and you just go to the 10th power of everything. When you don't know how to regulate your emotions, you act out in immature ways and insecure ways, things of that nature, aka being petty. How do I stop being petty? You can do a few things. When you're having a conflict, look at both sides, so that way you can accurately gauge how to find a solution, rather than you just, they wronged me. We don't need to talk about it. I feel wrong. End of story. I'm gonna retaliate. That's being petty. Stop. You also need to learn how to communicate constructively. When you can't speak what you feel very well, or if you can't communicate clearly to the person what you're trying to get across, that's an issue, right? And I even struggle with it sometimes. It's like sometimes I say things to myself or in my head and I don't know, sometimes it just doesn't come out right. It comes with thinking before you speak as well, but also just like using your vernacular to the best of your ability, using the words that you know to the best of your ability to be able to, communicate what you need to get across. You also need to show empathy. Showing empathy, and not sympathy, but empathy, really feeling for that other person, putting yourself in their shoes, seeing how they would feel. Make sure you're focusing on your personal growth. Being petty is terrible for other people, but it's terrible for us as well. Like I said before, it ruins your reputation, because people who are petty, they're not really the most secure. I know that they're just going to retaliate or, go off assumptions, and I'm not good with that. So I just choose not to be around people that are petty. But if you have a goal, or if you're just trying to be a better person, if you're watching Words of Wisdom, I know you're trying to be a better person, because that's what we're all about here. I know for a fact that you are taking away time and effort towards your personal growth, which is the most important thing of all, because if we're not the best people we can be, we can't accomplish much. So we have to understand that being petty is drawing us away from that. Focus and lock in on you. Trust me, I'm telling you, it's gonna keep you focused. So, what did we learn today? Being petty doesn't pay. Thank you guys so much for tapping in for Words of Wisdom. I'll see you next week.